Speaking of Monster Hunter, they have a game that's coming out pretty soon. Give me 1 second here as I move on to the next box. All right.
Yeah, the same day as another game I want to play.
I know. Well, here's the thing that going off of their Twitter. So this was actually tweeted from the official Monster Hunter Twitter account. Is the views you see there. So Monster Hunter World is going to be coming out on console on the day that's planned, on January 26th. Same day as Dragon Ball Fighters. Oops, hang on a second. There we go. The PC version of the game has been delayed to autumn of this year. What people are speculating, the reason being is because either they really want to optimize the PC version, or I've also heard that they also wanted to where it cross plays with the console version. Since there has been other titles that had done this already, Capcom with Street Fighter V, where they've had a crossplay between PS4 and PC. And they're suspecting that people are saying that it's going to be the same idea for Monster Hunter Worlds, which would be another good move for Capcom for this one, for the sake that this game is not only does it look damn good, but like from the streams I have watched and from the time I actually played it, it is a lot of fun. Like there's always been the people who said, Monster Hunter is always a cool game to get to watch, and which game should I get into to introduce me into the series. This is the game that will draw in so many people into this game and into this world. And it's gonna suck for a lot of people who want the PC version, including myself, that will have to wait. But once it does happen, it's gonna be a lot of fun to watch and play. And
yeah, this goes back to like the whole Destiny thing of like, they clearly developed a game for console. Like I think that's one of the biggest reasons why it's delayed.
Mm-hmm.
And if you want a good product on PC, just wait.
Yeah. It's always we always talk about the fact that we always egg on companies to delay their games. Like I get the fact that it does cost money when you do that, but at the same time, like the more you delay a game, the more of a chance you give it to become much better than it is at the current state. And you don't want to definitely rush it as well. Like that, like specifically for Monster Hunter. Like Monster Hunter has saved Capcom's ass so many times. Like if it wasn't for Monster Hunter over the years, they would have been in much bigger financial trouble than they are today. So, and you can tell even from the trailers when they first showed off Monster Hunter, where all the development costs went to, is like they went to Monster Hunter for this game. Not only because to make it look pretty, but this is the first game that's going to be universally able to be played on multiple consoles and PC, because usually the Monster Hunter series was stuck to the Nintendo products or PSP, and it was kind of held back for a lot of years. But this is the first time that the gates have been open. Like graphically, it's gonna look damn good, and at the same time, like it's gonna be open ended for a lot of people to play, not to be tied to one system. So for them, this is a huge deal. Even if back then when they did their exclusive consoles, they made pretty good money. This is, I think, priority A for Capcom right now, to make sure that this game sells well. Because again, like I said before, Monster Hunter has saved their asses in the past, and this is going to be another example of it happening again, especially right now. So,
yeah.
As I cough away from the mic.
Here's the thing is I've never played a Monster Hunter game. I've never played a Monster Hunter game. I've always wanted to. I've always had a 3DS. I've been able to. I just never have. But the fact now that I can play a Monster Hunter game on on like a modern console, like to this extent, I'm so excited about that.
Yeah.
And it looking as crisp and clear and good as it does, like it's going to be awesome.
That game looks so good. That is sexy. That's a sexy ass game.
Yeah, I think this is going to be a good game to get a lot of people into the franchise who wouldn't have, just simply because, like the 3DS version or whatever version you're referring to, like in the past, looks a little too cartoonish and Japanese.
Yeah, and I get
and
that.
I hate to say that. I hate to say that phrasing like Japanesey, but like
right.
It's the truth. Like it looks like an anime. It looks like something that came from Japan.
Mm-hmm.
God, Japanesey also sounds really bad. It never turned me off. That's why I want to. I want to clear that up. Like, I'm not turned off by Monster Hunter because of the visual style of the classic games. But when you look at this game, now I can get my friends who play like what specific games we play online to check out Monster Hunter.
The coolest part about this game for me is when I was watching some of the beta is that when people were playing in it, there were times where they were tracking down a monster, and then the monster they're tracking down like bumps into another monster. That monster gets abrogated, and he's going after him. And then now you got like this Jurassic Park scenario where like two monsters are going at it. You're trying to kill this one monster while not trying to get the other monster to turn on you. Like, it is insane. Like, it is awesome. It is some good stuff.
Yeah. There's a lot of like extra things and nuances that they can add to I'm trying to figure out Valeria's joke there. There's a lot of nuances and stuff they can add to the game because it's on console now and not on something as small or as like restricting as a portable handheld.
Right.
And I'm really excited to see where that comes from. They could probably get, oh my gosh, more creative with how the monsters look.
Yeah. And there's actually, speaking of creative, like they actually have this thing, because you have a pet in the game, and you can arm up your pet and dress him up. One of the things, I think it was revealed at PSX, or maybe at E3 actually, but like you can dress up, I think it's a pre-order bonus, I think it might be when it went incentives to get it, but like you can dress up your pet as a 8-bit pixelated Mega Man, and it's cool because like he shoots off his buster, and they're like all pixelated. It's awesome. It's good stuff. It's good stuff. But yeah, we'll wait and see. Again, it's being delayed till autumn, and I think this game is gonna perform well. So
I think it's gonna do really well.
Yeah.
Well, the only issue that I see is, like we've talked about in the past, like games being too expensive and things like that.
Right.
So will this, lose some money because people chose to get Dragon Ball Fighter Z? Are the people
I see where you're going, but I don't think it's going to be a huge case for them. Like, I don't think it's going to be a big
problem. I hope so too. I totally agree with you. I just like my issue is I can only afford one.
I know.
I can only personally afford one, and I've chosen Dragon Ball. So.
It's that old scenario between like which games do you want to get, and you have enough for one game. So I definitely feel you. I'm all in on Dragon Ball FighterZ, but like I'm waiting on the PC version for this game. So, which is good because now I can play this and then get it later. So
yeah. Sounded terrible, but I just wanted to make the noise. Yeah.